out on the Habitat Oasis today. It's low 50s in southeast Ohio. Great day to be out here working, and it's actually one of my favorite places to be. For those of you who have been joining us and watching the John Deere Compact Tractor Buyer's Guide, I hope that's been helpful to you. I had a little epiphany the other day after we were videoing. Josh and I spent about, 2 or 3 hours creating some videos about the brush hog, about the rotary tiller, and rear blades. And when we were done, he said to me, we've got to find some things we can video that are projects, because we didn't get anything done this afternoon. And I totally agreed with him. We'd spent 3 hours talking tractors and hadn't got a single thing done. I think it was valuable time for someone for those that are shopping for a tractor. I think there was good information there. But in terms of getting projects done that we want to do, it was not a great use of our time. It got me thinking about why we started the channel. And if you look back a year and a half, our theme is outdoors is always in season. And the way we came up with that theme, it was really pretty obvious for us. Everything we get up in the morning wanting to do is something outside. We want to be out on the side-by-sides, we want to be out on the tractors, we want to run the sawmill, we want to hunt, we want to fish, we want to do habitat management. It's something outdoors year-round. And we set off to create this channel so that we could share that with everybody. And as we started putting up videos, we got kind of a slow start. Subs weren't quite what we wanted. We just weren't getting the views that we were hoping to get, talking about all the things we do outside, which are really, it's where our interest is. So we stumbled upon a few things with the John Deere 1025R, did a few posts about that, and our subscriptions took off, our viewing time took off. We had hit on an audience that was really interested in information. So we started doing more and more about the 1025R, about the 2032R, the 4052R, and our content slowly switched from outdoors is always in season and the things that we enjoyed doing to really doing reviews, talking about things people might not know about their tractor. And that's kind of where we got to that day. We realized we'd spent 3 hours creating some content that's done well, but we hadn't done the things that we really wanted to be working on. When I get up each day, I don't wake up thinking about tractor specs and my love of the details of tractors. I get up thinking about coming out here to the Habitat Oasis, planting trees, clearing brush, cutting invasives, planting native warm season grasses, everything, all the outdoor projects. So what I'm trying to do is incorporate those tractor activities, capture how we use the tractors while we're doing all those activities, so that you as the viewer can see someone who's got various tractors, how are we using them, what kind of projects are we doing, and I guess what kind of fun are we having with it. I talked to what I would call our number one fan. He's a family member, and he said, I haven't watched your last couple videos, you're so busy talking about metal. I want to see you hunt, I want to see you fish, I want to see you building blinds, building tree stands, things along those lines. So that's my goal. I want to get back to the roots of what I really set out to do, which was spend my time outdoors, capture it, and share it with others. So with that, I have the 4052R out today, and I've got 2 projects I'm going to tackle. The first thing, a few weeks ago, Josh did some trimming on some autumn olive. We're removing autumn olive from the Habitat Oasis project. And I guess I've thrown that term around a couple times and really haven't explained it. The Habitat Oasis project, we own 150 acres in southeast Ohio. And our goal is to make this property the best habitat we possibly can for all wildlife. Somebody asked me, is that your sole goal, just to improve the habitat? And it got me thinking, I want to leave this place better than we found it. I want to be a good steward of the land. But ultimately, what I'm after, I'm an outdoors person, I'm a hunter. And it made me think about what my goals are for this property. So I put a couple of them down to paper. My goal is to grow trophy bucks out here. And trophy bucks is going to differ from person to person. I want to grow a trophy buck that my nephew Dylan is excited to shoot. I want to build a trophy buck, or grow a trophy buck that my 13-year-old son Eric is excited to shoot. I want to grow a buck that Josh is excited about. I want to grow a buck that I'm excited about. Those bucks aren't necessarily all the same. They don't have to be. At the end of the day, it's about what are your goals and what's a trophy to you. So to tell you what I'm shooting for my goals, and I'll let Josh and others talk about what their goal is. The goals I've set for myself, in the next 3 years, I want to shoot a Pope and Young buck out on this property. You see a lot of guys out trophy hunting, shooting big bucks. They've got cameras all over the place. They're on all different properties around the county, and they're chasing bucks all over the place. We've got 150 acres, and I want to shoot one on our property. I want to manage the property to grow that buck here. I believe that buck is already on our property. I know we've got 2- and 3-year-old deer, and I believe that it's possible for me to shoot that buck in 2021. My goal is to do it within 3 years. Within 5 years, I want to shoot a Boone and Crockett. That buck, if he's here, it's possible that he's here. We've got some 3-year-old bucks, probably some 4-year-olds. I don't know if we have anything older than that. But there's a chance that the deer that was born in 2020 or 2021 could be that Boone and Crockett buck for me. So those are my hunting goals for this property and what I'm ultimately after. So part of that, as I mentioned, we're clearing invasive species. We're clearing invasive autumn olive. Josh cut a bunch of it. I'm going to head down. I'm going to clean some of that up with the forks, pile it up in brush piles, which our turkeys will use and deer will use. They'll browse around it, rabbits, songbirds, things along those lines. I'm also going to do some brush hogging of some native warm season grasses. I'm going to spray those here in a couple weeks to fight back the weeds. So hang with me. Check out the work we do with the forks, some of the brush hog work, or some of the fork work. I'll stop and talk about the native warm season grasses again here in a minute. That's one brush pile, just a fraction of what we have left to work on this autumn olive. So from here, I'm going to pick up the brush hog, get it hooked up, and go brush hog some native warm season grass. Behind me is a field of native warm season grass. It's a couple years old. We've got a lot of invasives in it still. So I'm getting ready to spray it with Pasture Guard here in a couple weeks. No, it's not Pasture Guard. Plateau. Spraying it with Plateau here in a couple weeks. Take that camera off. What I'd like to do is knock down the weeds so that when I spray, it is a pre-emergent. I'd like to get as much of it into the ground as possible versus on all the having it absorbed by the weeds. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this thing down pretty short. So that's next on the list. All right, well, that wraps up this field. I got a little bit of cleanup to do, but I'm going to hit this with the pre-emergent herbicide, and that should clean it up pretty good. Hopefully we'll get a better stand of native warm season grass. So great day as far as I'm concerned on the Habitat Oasis. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this. If so, hit like, subscribe, and share our channel with your friends. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.